time to talk.
It's 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 time to talk.
Alrighty, good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing here tonight? Well, we are here for the Jacky Jones Gen 4 series. It's myself, Brandon Crossan, and Todd in the booth here tonight. Todd, how is it going out here for you tonight?
Oh, it's going pretty good. We're back at a racetrack that I really love.
Auto Club is one of those fantastic little tracks that not really little, it's 2 mile long of the track, but I always say little because just how much crazy action you see during the race time. But a little bit about tonight's track information before we go into the qualifying. Here at Auto Club, 2 miles long with those 4 turns. Right now, the race distance 168 miles, 120 degrees on the track, about a 12-mile-per-hour west wind here tonight. So, Todd, it's not too shabby out there tonight.
No, it'll be great for racing, but this racetrack, just like Michigan, the surface is kind of worn down, and actually in real life, this place has been torn down, unfortunately. So, I don't think that was a very good move of NASCAR to do, because now with the next gen cars racing so well on the intermediate tracks, who knows what the racing could have been here with that car now. But these cars, on the other hand, they're going to be slipping and sliding and everything else. It's going to be a handful for these guys out here on this racetrack, and I can't wait to see it all happen.
For sure. All right, let's go through our starting grid here tonight. So, starting in row number 1, we have Zach and Wesley. In row number 2, we have Chance and Austin. In row number 3 for tonight, we have Corey and Matthew. In row number 4, we have Josh and Michael. In row number 5 tonight, we have Jacob and Brandon. In row number 6, we have Dennis and Raymond. And that's going to be everybody through our starting grid here tonight. So, Todd, 12 drivers have showed up and get ready to go do some green flag racing here in just a little bit. Multiple winners on this season, but one with the most wins, which is the guy that's up on the pole here tonight. He's got himself in a great place. He won at Pocono, he won at Indianapolis and Richmond in the playoff series. He also got himself a win during the regular season at Dover, Charlotte, Martinsville, Bristol, and Las Vegas. So he's got multiple wins on him this season. Can he get himself another win here tonight, Todd?
Well, I think Wesley Triplett's going to put up a good fight. Wesley was able to beat Zach Millette at Michigan the last time we raced on this type of racetrack. Yes, Zach does have a good chance at winning tonight, but if he doesn't make any mistakes, I don't think anybody will be able to touch him.
Definitely. Well, before we go green flag, I just want to throw out our big sponsor here tonight, and that is going to be Dubby. We appreciate Dubby coming on board here tonight and giving us all the action here. So we want to give them a big shout out. But here we go, Todd.
Yeah, pace car took the hard left down pit road as we enter the restart zone right there. Green flag is out in the air. We are underway here at Auto Club. As you see, everybody's starting to fan out as we head down towards turns 1 and 2. Look for them to be running that high lane.
They definitely did. Had a lot of, different, looks like a little wheel spin on that, that start there. But man, oh man, Zach definitely trying to pull away. Looks like a couple drivers may have got actually one driver may have got a black flag there. Austin Smith had a black flag on that restart.
Yeah, that's going to stink for him, as he'll have to serve that under green flag conditions. As we work our way out of turn number 4, it looks like it will be Zach Millette leading everybody back down to turn 1 and 2 as you see Austin Smith there serving that penalty.
Curious to see, maybe he passed under yellow, or I'm not sure why there was a black flag for sure, but that's kind of curiosity.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what had happened.
I was watching Chance Manning there in the number 54. He took the high line here, right out of turn 1 and 2. Watch him coming into turn 3. He goes down to the low line. So maybe has he found something different?
He may have. I do know that 1 and 2, you definitely want to be up in that high lane, all the way up by the wall. 3 and 4, 10 does the run, or while the run goes, you're definitely going to want to be down by that white line. But sometimes you may get the better run off the corner by running the top on both ends of the racetrack.
While we were talking about Chance Manning there, Chance Manning put the fastest lap out there on the track. Zach had a 41.149, and once Chance crossed that line, it was a 41.064. Chance Manning with the fastest lap out there. He's got something figured out, and he's looking fast right now.
I do want to mention, I do see that the 8 of Brandon did not run, or did not grid up. So I think he had an issue there. So Austin Smith now currently a P11.
Unfortunately for Brandon, not able to make the race here tonight. Definitely a very fast contender, week in and week out. You know, he was last year's on Tuesday nights champion. So, you know, he's been trying to defend that title, even being in the Gen 4s, trying to get himself the first win in this series for the, championship. So, it gets crazy. The momentum in different leagues helps you out here. Definitely just unfortunate night not seeing him out here tonight.
Good battle back here. Further in the back, you got the 99 going around the 45 as they enter turns 1 and 2. He will slide up and complete that pass currently at this moment when they come off of turn number 4 or turn number 2.
We've seen these two definitely battle it out multiple times throughout the season, and they never give us a dull moment back here. Dennis Kane and Michael Smith always having some fun battles.
Yeah, right now, further up ahead, it does look like everybody has single filed out. And that's what these guys want to do right now. They don't really want to, beat up these tires, because the longer they can run, the better tire wear they're going to get.
For sure. And, I had the information, too, on how many laps a driver can do and stuff like that. And, I totally kind of forgot to write it down. But I want to say it was around 21 to 22 laps, if I wasn't mistaken, but that I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm bored. We're here with Jacob Plank, just running his line here. As you see everybody else in front of him, all single file.
Mr.
And you see
Jacob
them go all,
Plank.
yeah, as you see everybody kind of still running their, not necessarily running the same line here through 1 and 2, but they're kind of spreading out in a way. But you see right there, Plank's got a good run off turn 2, as he'll try to complete the pass here as they head into turn 3 and 4 to get around Mr. Neal here.
Good battle going on. A cool feature that I was able to fix real quick is our driver camera. We got Zach once again on our driver camera. We'll pull him up here in just a little bit. Watch him up front, but I can't pull my camera off right now watching this battle between Josh Neal and Jacob Plank, though.
Yeah, Josh looks like he's going to allow Jacob to come up and slide up in front of him to complete that pass, and that's how you got to pass these guys here on this racetrack. You kind of got to do the slide job.
Gotta love the slide job, huh? And that's always the fun. The slide jobs that happen, you usually hear more in the dirt side of tracks, but no, it happens on the asphalt.
Josh was able to get around Jacob here again, but Jacob doing the crossover move as he's going to go close to that apron. You can go down on that apron if you choose, but what I noticed in qualifying, we had some drivers kind of get loose as they come back up onto the banking of the racing surface. So I am not surprised that they ended up going down there just yet.
And honestly, I'm not really surprised either. You know, I feel like it usually happens more closer to different, like when we get closer to the end of the race than more than anything. But Zach has pulled away about a second gap from Wesley Triplett, holding on to second place. Matthew Mosher having a good run running in third. Chance Manning in fourth. Jacob Plank in fifth. That's rounding your top five here tonight. Looks like Dennis Kane is battling here with Corey.
Yeah, so far everybody doing a really good job at being so far disciplined themselves and to not putting them in some bad positions, I guess you could say, out there on the racetrack right now. They're kind of giving and taking whatever they can get right now.
It's only been 10 laps completed. We only have 75 laps to go here. Track temperature 120, air temperature 78. Still with that 12-mile-per-hour west wind. So track temperature has not changed since the beginning of this race. And with that being said, it's one of those, I heard from drivers, loosey-goosey type of night.
Yeah, I noticed that earlier in practice as well. Some guys had some issues, like Josh Neal had issues coming off of turn 2. They are correct with the car. It does get real loose as the run goes on, but that's just the nature of this racetrack.
I definitely agree. It's especially with the tire wear going to be in a factor here eventually too. Track or tire management is the biggest thing, and I've noticed these Gen 4s really eat up the front right a lot more than normal. So if you could save that front right, that's the biggest thing, is that it can help you out for later on in the run.
Yeah, you're typically gonna want to run that car off the right rear instead of the right front, because then you'll be able to, I guess, in a way, keep it underneath of you. If you'd rather be loose than tight here at Auto Club. So burning the right front, that's just going to make you tighter in the long run, to where you're going to have to back your corners up and you're not going to be as fast. Whereas if you run it off the right rear, you'll be able to save your equipment better, but you might be loose in the long run.
That is for sure. But the one, we're talking about saving is the guy right behind Dennis Cade, that number 20, while he's battling out with Michael Smith. That number 20 knows how to save and knows that strategy game. He's done it before where he saves, and waits until the end for those pit stops. And if we're going roughly around 21 laps, it's going to be a couple stop, and it's going to be a little bit of a saving game too. So if they can go a little bit farther than that, they might be able to make it with it just less stops than everybody else.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing if these guys come down between lap 55, well, not, maybe about 60. If they come down or here at lap 60, they should have enough fuel to make it the rest of the way, barring any yellows, which we have had none yet tonight. So, with being coming to lap number 15 in the books.
Well, Austin Smith on lap 3, he was able to actually put the fastest lap down from Chance Manning. He put a 41.059. So Austin Smith, when he came down pit road to deserve that penalty, he may have had that fresher tire and got that fastest lap.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, because he might be able to go a couple more laps longer than these guys that have been out on the racetrack. So, if he's able to go longer, that's a whole nother strategy to where he could, potentially lead a lap or two and then come down and then pit a little earlier than everybody else to kind of leapfrog back in front of them.
Definitely. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to be right back here after these short commercial breaks.
time to talk.
It's 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 time to talk.
Here at Jacky Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackyjonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair? Come see my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
And we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
With a quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire,
where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
All right, back live, watching all the action here. Watching Chance Manning and Jacob Blake battle it out here. Been back and forth for a couple laps. Been fun to watch them battle it out here.
Yeah, these guys are in the part of the run where we could see some green flag stops, you know, to see if they can make these cars handle a little bit better.
Well, you know, and that's what I love about Auto Club is the different lines that you could take to make things work, and this is what's happening. They are making it work with, you know, every type of line. They've been going up high, been going low. It's been all over.
We got one down pit road right now. That's Matthew Mosier.
So yeah, lap
down. Yep. This is right on par with that 20 lap run that you were talking about.
Well, now here's the keys. How long will drivers try to stay out? You know, with Matthew Mosier leading and starting that strategy call of coming down pit road. You know, I was told the estimate between 20 and 22. Here's Wesley Triplett coming down on lap 21.
Mosier down and away. It does look like he's got a little bit of right front damage. He must have gotten real tight and hit the wall. We'll see how that car handles as he's down and away off pit road now.
So lap 22 completed here out of 84. Josh Neal also coming down on lap 21. I think we're going to maybe see more takers come down this time by, I'm thinking.
Yeah, right. We might see somebody. I
was thinking
Jacob Blake coming down.
I was wondering if Zach was going to do it, but he's going to stay out even longer. Chance Manning now going to take over second here. Jacob Plank, like you mentioned, in. So it looks like the 99 of Dennis Kane and Michael Smith coming down pit road.
Josh Neal leaving pit road, as well as Wesley Triplett leaving pit road as well. But like you said, the biggest question is how long is Zach going to stay out there leading everybody, as Austin is now on pit road as well?
Well, you know, if he can keep staying out, it looks like this time by he's coming in. You know, if you're looking at what 23 laps he was able to make, if you put the math in, he might be close to be able to make it to the end.
Chance Manning coming down pit road as well.
I bet you the one driver that will stay out is the guy that definitely does a lot different of a strategy called Corey. Now takes over the lead here. You could tell, listening to his car. Let's go on board with him. He is saving. So much speed these drivers do into these corners. They're at least going 170, almost 180 miles an hour down the backstretch. Now let's see. You can tell Corey right now saving. Just gets back on the gas pedal. He's going to stay out again.
Yeah, I feel like he might be trying to extend this out to lap number 30 to where if he can make it that long, I could see him coming down maybe lap 60 to kind of make it a 2-stop race for him versus some of these guys pitting 3.
Well, unfortunately for Raymond Castle, he got a speeding penalty down pit road. He's coming back down pit road that served that black flag. So unfortunate night that he wanted has to serve a black flag here.
Yeah, that's pretty much going to take him out of contention as of right now unless we get a yellow flag in the next handful of laps. With the way this racetrack is, if you get one speeding penalty here, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, like we say every week, making a mistake down pit road by either speeding, if it's pulling in your box, missing your box, having to back up, little mistakes like that, that's what costs you. And that's where practice, they always say can, make it perfect, but even with a lot of practice, you still can mess it up.
Got a good battle going on up here between Josh Neal and Matthew Mosier. I want to say, I'm trying to wait here to see what's going on with my computer as it's kind of starting to freeze up a little.
Love technology with the internet and computer issues, but definitely a beautiful battle going on. Mosier right now looks like he's got the advantage coming down the backstretch. Again, the 82 cleared right now, but, here comes the 82 back again on the inside line, and he may get the run. The dive in, he gets the 17 cleared, but maybe a crossover. Oh, no, never mind. Looked like almost a crossover move coming out of turn number 4. But right now,
yeah,
Zach's got he had a little bit of company there for a little bit, Todd. He had Zach, Wesley and Zach were about 0.1 second from each other, having a good battle.
Yeah, they were battling pretty good there. I'm just having an issue right now. This is bad. I can't see anything except for a black screen right now.
The black screen of death here tonight for our broadcaster in the booth here. Not good, but he's, let's see if we can get that fixed out. But good battling going on right now. Looks like also Jacob Plank having some company from Chance Manning now. Chance Manning getting to that back end. Let's get on the roof cam of Chance Manning. Watch him try to get around this 38 doggy machine. Can he do it? Look how close he gets to the back of the Ford. Here they are out of turn 2, down the back stretch. Can Chance get the run from the draft? Get that dive into turn number 3, just like we saw Josh Neal do to Matthew Mosier.
Should be able to.
He gets really close to the back end there. He's looking, doesn't know if he wants to go up high, down low here. He's going to kind of just ride it out a little bit longer on the back bumper. Coming in at turn number 1 and 2. Now here comes Chance on the higher line than what we've seen him been doing. See if he can get the run coming out of turn number 2. He's almost to that back door, almost to the door, because he's got that run. To the door, to side by side, coming into turn number 3. So definitely right now, Todd, they have some good battles here for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th place. Right now, Josh Neal has been able to pull away from Matthew Mosier about a 0.3 second of a gap, and Chance Manning has now got around Jacob Plank, about a 0.3 second gap between these two.
Yeah, everybody's still doing a great job out there. But I will say this. during those green flag pit stops, this just goes to show you how rewarding it is to pit early. Look who's running second right now still. It's Wesley Triplett. When he came down, he was well behind a second to our leader, Zach Millette. Now, if you look at it, he's a half a second behind him. So he's closed that gap by pitting early to give him a better chance at being able to take the lead.
The only thing, I definitely see what you're saying. I like what you're seeing. But here, what I'm curious on though was with Wesley, he had those fresher tires, able to stay out there. Will he be using the tires too fast compared to Zach? And Zach be able to hold up, and stay out front? You know what I mean? Like because of these tires scenarios.
If I was Wesley right now, I wouldn't be trying to catch up to him to try to pass him. If I'm being honest, I'd be kind of just racing the racetrack right here, and I would definitely come down on the next stop, come down earlier than Zach to see if you can leapfrog him, and then at that point assess where you're at on the racetrack and see what you got to do, whether it be to keep saving your equipment or if you're able to run them a little harder.
For sure. Well, since we got a quick second, let's go through our sponsors here tonight, our league and our broadcast sponsors. First up is going to be Jacky Jones. If you want to get yourself a new car, a Chrysler, a Dodge, a Jeep, or a Ram, head down to Cleveland, Georgia, and they can help you out, get yourself in a new ride. So we want to thank Jacky Jones coming on board here for the Jacky Jones Gen 4 series, brought to you by the Mars Group. So thank you to them. Also, we want to give a shout out to is going to be Dubby. If you want to use code REDLINE to get 10% off your order. So we appreciate them coming on board. We want to give another shout out to one of our league sponsors here is going to be Admin Box. If you want to get yourself a new admin box, help your iRacing needs as just be able to make your life a little easier by pushing a button to control things, head on over there and get yourself an admin box. Also to Shenko Custom Diecast, one of the sponsors here for the league. If you want to get yourself a custom diecast of one of your cars that you have, let them know. They can hook you up. So we want to say thank you to Shenko. Also to Delta Tire, being a local sponsor here in Burton, Michigan. If you want a new tire, front end alignments, things like that, they can hook you up. So we want a big thank you to Delta Tire. Also to Sheath Underwear, if you use promo code NOLIFT, you can get yourself 20% off your order. So head on over to Sheath and get yourself some new underwear. And last but not least, we want to give a big shout out to Barbecue Bee Sauce. If you want some delicious barbecue sauce, head on over their Facebook or website and order some. They are also on Amazon, so make your life a little bit easier by just going and they can get it delivered to your house. We appreciate Barbecue Bee Sauce coming on board. Multiple different flavors. And hey, my opinion, I think it's better than Sweet Baby Ray's, but that's just my opinion. So thank you to all of our sponsors here for the league and for the broadcast here on Redline Racing Network.
Good battle here between the 54 and the 82. They continuously try to race side by side and battle for that third and fourth position. That's allowed Jacob Plink to kind of enter the conversation as well. A couple laps ago, I believe Jacob was able to kind of close in, and he ended up overstepped into turn 3 and kind of got into the wall, but was able to save it. But look at this run that he's getting right here underneath of Josh Neal off of turn 2.
Beautiful run going on. Still side by side here. Who's going to be able to do it? Is the Doggy or the Wendy's going to be making it happen here into turn 3 and 4? Who are you rooting for here tonight?
I think Plank's going to be able to get around him with this run. As you see right here.
We always talk about Wendy's. I was wondering if you're going to go with the Wendy's car again tonight, but it looks like the Doggy's on a mission here, wanting to get himself a treat here tonight. See what I did?
Yeah,
there?
I can't. Yeah, I can't root for the Wendy's car, especially with the Wendy's internet on how it treated me as of late. I just can't.
Well, the other internet you could do, but I don't know how it's going to be. We always talk about fast food, but we could, look at Chance Manning's Bass Pro Shop. You could go to Bass Pro Shop and maybe try out their internet. You could be fishing in the boat while even broadcasting.
That is true. I could be doing that. That is a great idea. Maybe I might want to try to do that next week.
Well, we would all know if Todd does not say during the broadcast he's having issues, we all know he's at Bass Pro Shop fishing and broadcasting.
Just know that if I catch a big one, I might not say anything right away, and you might hear me breathing a little hard.
Oh, that's funny. Well, we always say, like, right now, like, Zach right now on a mission. Wesley, he's got that fishing pole. He's got the line out. He's trying to snag Zach right now and see if he can reel him in. I feel like Zach's probably that bass. Bass are always fun to try to wrangle in because they are hard, they are challenging, and they always give up a good fight, and that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, right now Zach was able to extend that lead now out to 3 seconds, and I believe that's because Wesley is actually trying to save his equipment. Trying to save it so he can go a little bit further into the run, or save his equipment to where he can come down a little bit earlier and pit and have enough fuel to then extend the 3rd run.
He's definitely going good about trying to save. I was looking at the lap times compared to these two, and it's about a 0.4 difference between Zach and Wesley here at the second.
Working on coming up here to halfway in this race so far, Brandon.
Close to the halfway point. But we've hit the halfway point, and the track temperature has went down 1 degree.
I don't think that's enough to make anybody notice anything different on this racetrack right now.
Only thing that makes a difference is able to say it's down to 119. All right now, Raymond Castle, the only one lap down here tonight in 11th place at this moment. Everybody's been out there for 17 laps besides Wesley. Wesley's been out there for 19 laps. So at the moment of time, I think we're going to see some stragglers come down pit road here in just a tad little bit. But I did want to mention, though, earlier, we went from Wesley, the fastest lap, on lap 24 with a 40.940, and Austin Smith on lap 25 got the fastest lap, a 40.935. So Austin put the fastest lap time down here tonight at Auto Club.
Yeah, so far, I think the only time that's been close to that has been, let's see here. I want to say it was was Triplet with a 40.94.
Well, let's see how this will play out. And I think we're going to see drivers here in the next couple laps start coming in. We've hit that point that we'll see. But the other driver I have to keep an eye on is that number 20 on a whole different strategy game. Is that strategy game going to work for him tonight?
Here we go, Triplet coming down pit road. This is what I was talking about. Let's see how long it takes for him to come down pit road, and hopefully he can have a quick pit stop here.
Josh Deal right now holding on to 4th place while you're talking about Triplet down pit road. Matthew Mosier right now in the 17 having a decent run here, holding on to 5th now.
Yeah, he's one of them guys. Oh, Triplet had to back up in his box as I was starting to talk about Mosier here. He's been needing a really good finish for the last few weeks.
He definitely has. He's had decent places. He's just, bad time and bad places type of deal. And, hopefully you can see Wild Mosier coming down pit road now. Like you said, with a little bit of front right damage, maybe he could get a little fixed a little bit more this time.
So we'll see what he does here. That's going to allow Chance Manning in the 54 to move up to second. Zach Millett still leading, but he's holding a about an 11-second lead right now. Jacob Plank will move to third. Corey will move to fourth. Dennis Kane will be running fifth.
Look at Dennis Kane having a decent night here tonight. Staying in on the lead lap at the moment, doing what he's got to do. Doing what, being at Auto Club, he's doing a great job because this track, it's one of those, you can even though it's a big track, you can get yourself a lap down by those simple mistakes.
See if Zach Millett comes down this time by. Does not look like it. He will stay out another lap here. Now, he does run the risk of giving up a bunch of time the longer he stays out, but with him only extending that lead right now, as now it's out to 11.4 seconds, I don't think he's going to have an issue with staying out a couple more laps.
I'm going to say no, but, that's my, just my, look inside. But that's just, I think if he can just stay out at least one more lap, he should be good to go to the end for sure.
Austin Smith coming down pit road.
Right now, we're going to go on board here watching Austin Smith, or not Austin Smith, sorry, Zach. Why you mentioned Austin Smith, messed me up. Watching Zach right now, while he's your leader, we're going to keep an eye on our cameras here watching the race, but we're going to watch Zach, how focused he's going to be trying to get himself down into pit road and not make a mistake. You can see Chance Manning holding on to second, and the guy that, how long can he stay out, Mr. 20, Corey right now holding on to third.
And it looks like our leader coming down pit road this time by.
Yeah, I definitely don't want a speed coming down pit road at all. You can see he slows it down right before that yellow line. That's that cutoff line where you could get the black flag. And here he is coming down into pit box.
Now we just need to keep an eye on the 74 here. When the 31 came down pit road, he was 20 seconds behind. So we'll see how everything shakes out.
That is going to be the biggest question of the night, is can he hit the perfect pit box here tonight? Corey right now staying out to get himself another lap led here. He's been out there for 22 laps. He definitely can make at least two more. They've been out there for, Chance and Zach went out there for 24 laps that last run.
And right now, Millett is now on the apron here in 1 and 2. As you see right there, Wesley gets around him. So now the question is, how long will it take the 31 to get around all these guys that have not come down as far as Corey right now?
Well, we just saw Corey going down pit road right now. Here's a comparison to about the two. Wesley's pit stop, he nailed it. A 14.1 in his box, where Zach was a 14.5. But here's the difference, though, I'm kind of curious on, is Wesley went down pit road completely a 45.5 all the way down from start to the start to end, and Zach was actually at 43.8. So Zach took less time down all the way down pit road, but Wesley picked up that speed for a 14.1 second stop in his box, though.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Wesley actually had to back up because he had slid through his pit stall. So that's kind of crazy how he was able to nail it that well. But I can already tell you right now, he's definitely going to be wanting to run Zach a little bit harder earlier here in this run.
Well, they may have that down at the pit crew. We might need to get them checked out. They might be drinking some 5-hour energies down there or something to put down some crazy fast times. You can see Wesley kind of looking down all the way down, trying to break up that draft on Zach and say, get it out of my draft here tonight.
Well, I did see a whole bunch of empty cans of a whole bunch of things of W Energy down there. I wonder if they drank a little too much and was all hyped up.
Maybe they picked the wrong kind. They maybe picked the cherry flavored instead of the sour apple, or maybe they picked the sour apple and not the cherry.
Zach Millett closing in here on Wesley. As they come off of turn 2, the gap is now down to 0.2 seconds. Let's see what kind of lines they run down here. Wesley's going to run this bottom lane, but he can't run the line right here. Oh, look at Zach going to the outside. That's going to set him up here for the run off of turn 4. Zach Millett will take the lead over Wesley's triplet once again as they head down to turns 1 and 2.
Beautiful pass by the number 31. Look at the run he just got from that inside line. That was definitely
A little
crazy fast.
And I think that's the difference in tires and the draft. He was able to slingshot right past him.
Heck yeah. Lap 52 here out of 84 completed. 33 laps to go. We're going to be coming down to the 20 lap mark to left here soon. Let's talk about our caution information here tonight. Zero cautions laps. But we've had 5 lead changes here all together.
Yeah, not really much to talk about there, is there?
Not too much. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back here after these commercial breaks, but with our play-by-play.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair? Come see my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Raise the quote. We will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Here at Jacky Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackyjonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
It's time to talk.
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 All right, watching back live. They were watching there for a quick moment of a good battle between Chance and Jacob. But honestly, right now, the closest battle on the track is about a 0.3 second and that is the smallest gap, and that is going to be Austin Smith and I believe Michael Smith. We just saw Austin Smith get around the 73, so we got father and son right now battling it out here on the track.
Yeah, we've also got the 17 of Matthew Mosier currently running P10 now on pit road. I don't know if this is unscheduled or just him trying to pit earlier than everybody else, but so far I don't think he's having a really good night. Not the night that was hoping for in a way, according to the damage that's on the front of the car.
Yeah, I think, and we always say is sometimes the track goblin can get you. You can see him now leaving pit road as you were just speaking there. But man, oh man, look, the gaps have started to really get separated here now. And it's kind of down to who can close these gaps in the fastest and who's got the better tires out here tonight.
Mosier back out on the racetrack now. Let's see what he can do as far as getting that lap back. But out for, I think our closest battle is going to be, as I'm looking through the rest of the field here, I don't think there really is any. Everybody's pretty well spaced out.
Curious to see, though, is Mosier trying to split that run in half, the next run?
He might be. He might be trying to split that run in half, like you said.
Well, right now, as we speak, though, the biggest mover since the start of this race is going to be Jacob Plank in the 38. He started in 9th, and currently right now he has gained 4 positions up to 5th place. He is the biggest mover. Alrighty, so good times going on right now. 25 laps to go, and you would not believe it, Todd. We have went down 1 more degree.
Well, these guys might be noticing a little bit of a difference compared to qualifying.
By
now.
golly.
But still, there's just too much heat in that racetrack right now, and it'll be close to see here in the next 10 or so laps. We'll see these guys coming down pit road then.
Yeah, definitely some good battles going on right now between Jacob Plank and Josh Neal. Jacob Plank has closed it on here. Ooh, man, oh man, on Josh Neal for 4th and 5th place. We've seen these two battle it out quite a bit tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to apologize to everybody if my voice seems a little off or I've seemed a little congested. It's not been a great week for health-wise, so we are here trying to manage.
Yeah, I've had my fair share of allergy issues this spring/summer as well.
Honestly, it feels like more spring than summer. Almost end of May, and we are still in the 60-degree weather.
Yeah, a little bit of an issue there for the 73 coming off of turn 4. Yeah, I've been watching him for the past few laps. He's had a lot of issues, whether it be getting loose or he just accidentally overdrives the car into the corner. As you see right there, he gets loose again off of turn 2, where if he overdrives the corner, the car pushes up and almost gets into the wall. I bet you Zach was a little apprehensive there going into turn 1 in the last lap because the 73 overdrove it right in front of him.
Most definitely. But you know what the bright news about everything that's going on right now?
What's that?
We are just almost a little bit over a week left until we go to Michigan International Speedway.
Oh yes, dude. I am pumped up. I am ready to go. I looked at the weather so far right now according to my Fox Weather app. And I'm going to pull this up right now so I can see if anything has changed since then.
While you look that up, Josh Neal just went down pit road. So that kind of changes some strategy games.
So according to this, Fox Weather is saying we're going to have some afternoon showers, and it's going to be a high of 80 degrees. So
Of
hopefully the
course.
closer we get, the closer we get, hopefully that changes. But last I had seen, it did say that it was only supposed to be 75, and then it said partly cloudy. So I hope it's not going to rain, because although my tickets say that we do have a clause to where if we came back Monday, if they postponed it to Monday, that we'd be able to use those tickets to get back in. However, I don't think I'm going to have a ride to go back home if I decide to stay. So,
Yeah, I get that, definitely. Hopefully the weather cooperates, but hey, it's Michigan. We could have 4 seasons in one day.
that is true. I mean, I think it was earlier this was it last fall where we had a day where it started out really like summer, almost like summer like, and then it went to fall and then to spring and then winter all in that same day.
Yeah, it's where it gets crazy, just how that all works. Especially the rain this spring so far here too. And hopefully it doesn't mess up too bad on our races. Well, looking back up front, Zach about a 17-second gap from Chance Manning. Jacob Blank right now holding on to third. Corey holding on to fourth. Austin Smith currently 1 lap down, holding on to fifth. And Dennis Cade came down pit road on lap 65.
Yeah, so you should see these guys all being able to make it to basically to the end from here on out. I do want to say Triplet has come down. I believe the 45, the 23 has come down maybe as well.
Yeah, definitely a couple
But
takers.
I want to say maybe the 20 will be coming down here shortly.
Curiosity is, though, with 17 to go, I was looking at Matthew Mosier's, splitting in half type of deal. I know he's 2 laps down, but, if he can at least get back on 1 lap, once Zach goes back into pit road and gets one lap, I wonder if he might be a contender if a caution comes out.
Well, it just all depends on how well he's able to save his tires. Because currently being 2 laps down, you're not racing anybody out on that racetrack right now other than the racetrack itself. So being in that position, you're basically going to want to save to make sure that you can make it to the end.
Well, definitely has a lot of action going on with 16 to go here tonight. Definitely been a very fascinating, event, or, it's been a fascinating event for tonight. It's just how the outcomes are coming out when the strategies are happening. Here comes Zach now down pit road. This is what I love about these leagues is, man, it all comes down to strategy and when to come down pit road and when to stay out. And we've seen this week on and week out.
Yeah, but the one thing here is we're going to have to keep an eye on the 74 and 31, coming down the late stages of this race. Currently, right now, with Zach coming down pit road, that's going to hand the lead over to Corey in the number 20, and then Wesley will take over the second position, hopefully. But with Wesley coming down that early, I don't know if he'll be able to hold off Zach.
Yeah, I think if something comes out, and I think the only thing they can really hope for is a caution or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as you see right here, Zach able to get it back out on the racetrack. And the gap right now between him and Wesley is 3 seconds. So,
man,
I wonder if Wesley maybe had an issue coming down this time.
Well, looking at Corey still holding on to a 10-second gap, though. He's been out there for 22 laps. You know, at least another lap or two he'll come out or stay out there. You know, the curiosity, what I got a question on would be, would you try to chance it and only do a 2-tire stop and do, you know, he's like, especially Corey, if he's been out there, he's only got, you know, let's say if he stays out 2 more laps, just for example. I don't know when he'll come in. If though he's coming in now. So he's been out there for 14 laps to go. If he got a 2-tire stop, do you think, you know, he might be able to still make it to the end? Do you think his left tires are worn out too bad, or my opinion, I think it's the right. But do you think his lefts are bad where he could make a 2-tire stop?
Being in the position that he's in, I would definitely take 2. And just see what happens and hope for a late race yellow to where if he's got maybe one more set left to where he could take 4. Because that would be the ultimate goal, is if he could take 2 now and then we have a late race yellow, you know, that could set him up to where he's got 4 fresh tires to where he can actually go for it at the end, you know. Whereas if we don't, yeah, the 2-tire strategy may work for him to get him to the end, but there's no telling really what kind of tire wear he would have left.
Very true. And I'm looking at right now Corey's pit stop there. He was in pit road for, hold on, let me make sure I pull up the right information, 14.7 seconds. So he looks like he took that 4-tire, but Jacob Plank holding on to 5th. He was only in his pit box for 10.6.
And I want to say that may have only been a fuel stop. Or,
maybe a 2-tire.
Yeah.
So that kind of shows you the comparison there. But right now, Wesley's only a 3.3, close to a 3.4. It's actually closing it in now, down to a 3.1 second stop, or second gap from Zach right now.
Yeah, I think Zach is too far out there. You know, with coming to 10 to go here at the line this time by. Unless something really, 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 really bad happens, I could see this going green the rest of the way.
I agree. I think, you know, definitely there's there's so much room on this track, though, and that's why we're not seeing a lot of contact here tonight. Is you could have a driver all the way up to the blue wall and have somebody all the way down to the basement, still riding side by side and get out of the corner perfect. So this track is such just a wide, and you can run any line. That's why we don't really see much banging and grinding here.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of wish now, with not having this racetrack on the actual NASCAR schedule in real life, I would kind of hope Michigan would take into account and widen out their racetrack to as wide as what Auto Club used to be, you know, because then we'd have some really good racing, you know, because you could go 4 or 5 wide here anywhere on this racetrack. But, man, I tell you what, racing on this racetrack, my favorite line to run all the way around this place is right up by that wall.
I was going to say pit road.
No, don't say that. Just because I was sitting down there on Tuesday night doesn't mean I like it.
Hey, you never know. That's why I had to ask, because, you know, we might have people out there watching right now thinking, maybe he likes the apron, maybe he likes pit road. That's what I would like.
No. I'm a racer, so I want to be out there on that racetrack.
You can't be a racer in your dreams, Todd. Jeez.
Man, why you gotta do me like that, man?
Well, with 8 laps to go, down to the closing of these laps, we're gonna do our last commercial break of the night here. We'll be right back, and let's see what's gonna happen while we're away.
It's time to talk.
It's time to talk.
It's time to talk.
It's time to talk.
Here at Jacky Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackyjonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.
Are you tired of paying too much for tires and auto repair? Come see my family at Dr. Tire.
We carry nearly all brands of tires,
including Michelin, Continental, Bridgestone, and Mastercraft.
and we have one of the largest inventories in Genesee County.
Basic quote, we will beat it.
We offer many services including lifts, wheels, engines, brakes, and more.
Plus, on most of our jobs, we offer a 2-year, 24,000-mile warranty.
Come see our family at Delta Tire.
Where we'll save you money.
Barbecue Beast sauces are made from scratch using quality ingredients to create a truly delicious barbecue taste. Try our original Beast sauce, sweet with a kick. Turn up the heat with Spicy Beast, Hot Beast, and Carolina Beast. Or experience the award-winning taste of our Curry Beast and On the Bay Beast sauces. Owned and operated locally by the power of women veterans, these quality sauces are versatile and made for everyone. Great for grilling and the perfect way to complement your favorite foods. Barbecue Beast, the exceptional barbecue sauce.
Alrighty, right down. Ooh, man. Austin Smith having some company right behind him. Looked like the 73-year Raymond Castle right on that back bumper.
Yeah, he's trying to push him along the way as we come down here into turns 1 and 2 with 3 to go in this race for Zach Millette. Oh, Castle getting loose again off of turn 2.
Right there,
Gonna
right
come
by
right
Zach.
Yeah, he's going to come right up in front of him.
Zach probably got a little nervous there for a quick moment, not knowing what was going to happen there. But here we are coming to 2 laps to go here for the Jacky Jones Gen 4 Series here at Auto Club Speedway. We're getting down to the penny here now. Wesley, about a 5-second gap from Zach. Chance Manning holding on to your 3rd place. That is for your top 3 here right now. Ooh, man, that turn number 2 is definitely a scary moment for Raymond. He gets definitely loosey-goosey coming out of there.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if he's actually trying really, really hard to get around Austin Smith there for that spot.
Yeah, but it really isn't a spot, though. You know,
True, yeah.
Austin's on the lead lap. Raymond right now currently 3 laps down.
White flag is in the air here at Auto Club for Zach Millette. Wesley Triplett running P2, Chance Manning running P3, Josh Neal 4th, and Jacob Plank 5th.
Trying to pull up Zach's stream here. Of course, he is on commercial break while he's racing. Gotta love it. But we'll keep that up because here he is. Like you said, checker flag is going to be in the air here now tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. Your race winner is going to be...
Off of turn number 4. He'll clutch to let these guys go in front of him. Zach Millette will pick up another win here at Auto Club.
Give him a big shout out. He definitely well deserves it here tonight. Able to get himself that win. He put down a heck of a time. You know, he got the win. He got the pole. Hit every point. You know, led most laps here tonight. He hit every single checkbox there is, and there he is right here tonight, getting himself another win.
Wesley Triplett will finish P2. Chance Manning will finish P3. So those will be your top 3 drivers that we will interview here just momentarily.
Most definitely. We're going to watch Zach burn it out here tonight. Let's see. We're going to go in his driver view. Also, we're going to actually go into the chase view here, watching him burn it out here at Auto Club while we get these drivers all situated for our post-race show of the night here. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And what a night we have just witnessed here tonight, Todd.
Yeah, it was. We were talking during the commercial break how we kind of knew from the start that Zach may have had a really good chance at just leading every single lap tonight. Kind of like how you would see in F1, where normally the guy that gets the pole in the F1 race basically wins.
It's one of those tracks, though. It's kind of like that, for this track itself, for sure. But you know what? It is time to pull up our third place finisher here tonight. Let us see how Chance Manning is feeling, and let's see how he's doing. You want to start this one, Todd?
Sure. Let me pull up Discord here real quick. Get through my many windows that I have open here. There we go. All right. Hey, Chance, it's Brandon and Todd in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, you had a decent run tonight. How's it feel to be top 3?
It feels good to actually just finish a race for once. This last month has been chaotic, to say the least. I had a good sequential sim sport Chevrolet tonight, and I'm really happy to finish third in a series I don't consistently race.
Yeah, we do know for sure that you've had a rough month here, but talk about your chances of next week at Homestead.
Probably none, because I don't think I will be here next week.
Well, that stinks.
Yes, but Homestead is fun, very similar to the way Auto Club runs with the multiple lines. So I'd expect to see very similar racing.
Well, you got any shout outs you want to put out there for everybody to know about?
Yeah, for sure. Thanks Sequential Sim Sport for putting together a great car. Downforce Audio, Hollow Valley, Velocity Pixels. Everybody who watches the broadcast and the league for putting it on. And shout out to Zach. I've been spending quite a bit of time with Zach, and he is a deep knowledge base, and it's really good to get a lot of information from him.
Well, I hope you have a great night tonight, and it stinks that we're not going to see you next week, but I hope you have a great week next week.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
Yep.
All righty, that is your third place finisher there, Chance Manning. Next up, now it is time to talk to Wesley Raro. Let's see.
Yeah, this is gonna be good.
I'm kind of scared. Let's see how Wesley's doing here tonight. Hey, Wesley, this is Brandon Todd in the booth. You got a copy, buddy.
Hey, Kiki!
I told Todd I'm kind of scared to pull you up here, buddy. Look at you, able to bring home a P2 here tonight. How you feeling?
Oh, tired as hell. Long day at work. Just barely got here in time to qualify. I'm like falling asleep at the wheel, but I still tried. I felt like Auto Club was one of my tracks, and I don't know. It might be one of my tracks, but they are all Zach's tracks.
Well, you had fun out there. That's all that matters, and able to get here last second to be able to get yourself in a comfortable spot in this dummy racing machine. You can't beat that at all. You can't beat that.
I could have beat it by a little bit, but that's all right. We'll take it to the house.
Well, bud, who do you got to give a big shout out to that made this thing possible here tonight?
Man, shout out to the league, everybody showing up to race. Shout out to all the admins, man, and I got in big trouble for not doing this last time I was in here, but shout out to the Clear Enough podcast. That's me and Raymond. We review the whole NASCAR weekends on every Tuesday, so shout out to the Clear Enough broadcast on YouTube. And shout out to you guys, man, appreciate y'all doing the broadcast for us. We always love watching it back.
Heck yeah, most definitely. Well, Wesley, congratulations on your P2 here tonight. Going into next week, what you think? Do you have what it takes to get yourself a Homestead win?
Well, maybe. I felt like I had what it took to get him here, and I feel the same way about Homestead. So whatever, something might happen.
Well, as of right now, Zach is your points leader after tonight. You are only 49 points away, holding on to second place in these points. Maybe if he somehow blows up or doesn't able to make it, you might have that chance.
Yeah, if he just don't show up, I lead every lap, get the pole. Maybe
Hey,
I'll tie him.
you never know. It's Homestead. Anything is possible.
Oh, it's all good, man. It's been a fun ass season. These are my favorite cars. Uh, if I think if work hadn't been killing me, just somehow on Thursdays I always have some kind of hiccup to where I don't even get to practice. I think I could have pulled it a little closer to him if I'd have had all these, if I'd have got home in time to practice at some of these tracks or even run some of them. I missed them completely, but it's all right. It's been a good season, man. We'll go give them all I got at Homestead and see what happens.
Heck yeah. Well, Wesley, have a good night, bud. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
All right, y'all take it easy.
That is
Well,
that is Wesley for you there tonight. Well, next
Yep.
next it is time to talk to our race winner here tonight. Let's see how Mr. Zach is feeling here. Hey Zach, this is Brandon and Todd in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey guys, what's going on, man?
Well,
Oh, not much. How you feeling tonight?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. That race went together pretty decent. That was fun out there sliding these things around.
Yeah, I believe you led just about every single lap tonight out there.
Nice. That was the goal, man. Just bonus points, bonus points, bonus points. Just trying to make it as easy as possible, get into Homestead. So there's just, a little less to worry about.
Yep, one more week to go here. We already know that you are the points leader by about 49 laps over Wesley. Do you have any concerns going into next week?
Yeah, the unknown. Anything can happen. Hell, I could lose internet from now till then and not make the show. So, everything kind of has to go right. I know the last Xfinity season, it was kind of going. It kind of felt the same. Felt really good. Had a good shot at it, and then my work schedule changed, and I couldn't race anymore. So I'm hoping to get at least one more solid weekend and finish this one off strong, and yeah, hopefully get a championship, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you definitely deserve it. I believe you've got the most wins out of everybody this season so far, whether it's playoffs and regular season. You got any shout outs for tonight?
Oh yeah. Shout out to you, Brandon, you, Todd, for the broadcast as always. Redline Racing Network, you guys do an awesome job. Shout out to Mars Mid Atlantic Racing Series, as always. Great series, great group of guys to race with. The Jacky Jones, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram for being the title sponsor over here in the Gen 4 Cup. Shout out to Team Conti Sim Performance, as always. America Racing Team, EMR Paintball, Bowie Esports, that S4 guy on Twitch, and all the viewers on your side and mine. Thank you.
Heck yeah.
Well,
Oops, sorry, Todd. I just want to say,
just go ahead.
I just want to say congratulations, Zach, on your win here tonight. I hope you have a great night and stay safe out there. But let's see what you have in store because you mentioned you never know about internet. It is New York. You never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And every week I get on and it seems to be working okay. I'm very thankful.
Well, you could have Todd's Wendy's Wi-Fi.
No, you don't want that.
Hey, if I have to pack the race rig, in the back of the truck and drive to my local McDonald's for their Wi-Fi, I'll do it. I'll do what it takes.
Hey, we've learned McDonald's not the place. We actually might be chancing Todd might be going to Bass Pro Shop. He might be sitting in the boat fishing and broadcasting. That might be interesting.
Oh man, that's the dream right there. That's a nice combo.
Yeah.
Well, Zach, I hope you have a good night. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good, guys. Take care.
Thank you. All right, that is Zach there. Well, Todd, what a night we just witnessed. What a night overall of all the racing. 0 cautions here tonight. What'd you think?
Oh, I thought it was a really great race. I mean, some of these guys did have some issues. Matthew Mosier coming down early. Looks like his strategy didn't work out the best for him. Austin Smith had the speeding penalty earlier in the race that kind of basically figuratively shot himself in the foot with that one. But overall, it was typical Auto Club race.
Heck yeah. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the show. I hope everybody stays safe out there. Have a great night. We'll be back live next week. And do want to say sorry for our Tuesday night not broadcasting. Unfortunately, down for the weather here. But we'll be back live Tuesday and Thursday next week. I hope everybody enjoys it. Stay safe, and we'll see y'all later on.
Here at Jacky Jones, we have plenty of new and used trucks, SUVs, and sport cars, and are gaining more vehicles as we head into the summer months. Stop by and meet with our excellent team that are guaranteed to provide you with top-notch customer service that you won't find anywhere else. You can find us at www.jackyjonescdjr.com or call us at 706-865-3168. We're located at 2840 US 129 South, Cleveland, Georgia.